Okay, so let's go to number 24. This one right here, the solumedrol question.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So for this one, so this is actually a really good question to review because there are some uh like extra information on this that sometimes can trip you up. Also, the
Mhm.
key could be wrong. So let's take a look at
Yeah.
this. So so it tells you the patients receive solumedrol 200 milligrams. It's received in the pharmacy in a 120 ml bag, and it's to infuse over 30 minutes. They give us a drop factor, and they tell us that no other IVs are running, and we want to know what is the drop rate. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. So when we're calculating drop rate, we need two pieces of information. You've probably heard me say this before. You need the
Mhm.
flow rate and you need the drop factor. What I don't need is I don't need to know what is flowing in the flow rate. Okay.
Mhm.
So when it tells you solumedrol and 200 milligrams, we really don't care about those things. Okay. So you don't want to use those numbers when you're doing that. That's just telling you what's in the bag. That's important. You want to make sure you're administering that clinically correctly. But when we're doing a flow rate, drop rate question, what I need to know is my volume, my
Okay.
time, and my drop factor. So I'm just going to take my volume over my time times my drop factor, and that's going to give me, I think it's 40 drops per minute.
And if in case it's nothing mentioned in the end, uh it's mentioned on this one, like what is the correct mint flow rate. But if it doesn't mention, so we have to do by hour.
So with at Allegheny campus, it's always going to tell you to calculate the drops per minute or the milliliters per hour. So you'll
Okay.
always know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when we are practice, I see some kind of question, nothing mentioned. So I was, maybe it's from the another campus, but I was assuming it's gonna be by mint or milliliter by hour.
Right. Yeah. So if they give you a drop factor, they typically want to know drops per minute. And if they don't give you a drop factor, then you calculate the flow rate in ml per hour.
Okay.
Good question.
One more time, I'm sorry. Can you repeat? If they give drop factor, then it's gonna be by minute, right?
Right. If they give you the drop factor, and they don't tell you anything else, then they're typically looking for drops per minute. So the GTT per minute. If they do not give you the drop rate, they're probably looking for flow rate, which is ml per hour.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Maybe in future.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely for like ATI questions, maybe for NCLEX, but I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, sometime I'm not sure about this semester, but last semester they start throwing up little question in the regular exams too. So
Okay. Yeah, just to kind of challenge you a little bit or make sure you're staying on top of it. I think that's a good
yeah,
idea.
yeah, they just throw one question or two questions sometimes. So I just want to know if I don't want to lose anything.
Sure. No, I agree with that.
Sorry, Doc, is this one 222? Is
No,
it?
this is 240 review.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to know if you're still online to let you know that I've already emailed you.
Okay, and I already emailed you back from the email you sent me before, but I'll email you again if
Okay,
you
okay,
didn't get
okay.
it.
Okay, I didn't see it. Let me check it now. Thank
It
you.
was it was to your non-CCAC email.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Thank you then.
You're
Bye.
welcome.
Mhm.
Give me one more minute. I'm looking if I have any other doubt.
Okay, yeah, take your time. I'm not going anywhere just yet.
Thank you.
No problem. You said 34?
Yes.
All right. Okay. They even gave you some extra things here. So, all right, I'm gonna just create some space. All right, so it says that a nurse is preparing to administer a one-time dose of gentamicin, 120 milligrams. I'm just gonna write that, highlight there, over 2 hours. So I'm just highlighting the important, or what I think is important. Available is 120 milligrams and 100 ml. The nurse should set the IV pump to deliver how many ml per hour, and then to round your answer to nearest whole number, use a leading zero if it applies. Do not use a training. I think that's supposed to be trailing zero. Okay, so in this situation, they're giving you essentially this question. They're asking you to take your milligrams per hour and to convert that to milliliters per hour. So they tell you that you have 120 milligrams in infusing over 2 hours, and we just need to convert milligrams to milliliters. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for that conversion, milligrams to milliliters, which we have here on the IV or what's available. So we're going to take the 120 milligrams and the 100 ml. The 120 milligrams cancel out. So you just do 100 over 2, and this should be 50 milliliters per hour.
Yes.
So what they're trying to do is just get you to like work through and problem solve some of these questions where they have extra information. And I like that they tell you to round to the nearest whole number for these because some of that is important to know. Like the drops per minute, you already know to round to the nearest whole
Mhm.
number, but some of these things like the 2 hours, um, those are important to know as far as um how to or it's important that they tell you that because sometimes you might get an answer of like 45.6 and that could be a correct answer milliliters per hour, but if they tell you specifically to round to nearest whole number, that's very helpful. So I'm glad, hopefully that's what they'll give you on your final test as well.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Yeah, you're welcome, Pearl, and good luck on your test.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye bye.